Comiskey Park in Chicago for Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. Yesterday in Baltimore, going into the ninth inning, the Orioles were leading the White Sox 5-2, 3 outs away from taking a 2-games-to-none lead. But Chicago rallied for 4 runs in the top of the ninth and came back to win the game 6-5. So we are here for Game 3 with the series tied at 1 apiece. It'll be Jim Palmer pitching for the Orioles against Tommy John for the White Sox. It's a chilly day here in Chicago. It's 56 degrees. Wind speed is 6 miles per hour from left to right. And there is light rain. Starting lineup for the Baltimore Orioles, leading off the left fielder, Merv Rettenmund. Batting second to center fielder, Paul Blair. Batting third to second baseman, Dave Johnson. Batting fourth to right fielder, Frank Robinson. Batting fifth to first baseman, Boog Powell. Batting sixth to third baseman, Brooks Robinson. Batting seventh to shortstop, Mark Belanger. Batting eighth to catcher, Andy Etchebarren. And batting ninth to pitcher, Jim Palmer. On defense, the White Sox will have Carlos May at first base, Rich McKinney at second, Luis Alvarado at short, Bill Melton at third, Rick Reichart in left, Jay Johnstone in center, Pat Kelly in right, Ed Herman catching, and on the mound is Tommy John. Tommy John went 20-8 during the regular season with an ERA of 2.59. Against Baltimore, he was 1-1 with a 2.13 earned run average. Tommy John is he throws medium speed, a lot of ground ball outs. Leading off is Merv Rettenmund, the left fielder. He's hitting .333 in the series. No home runs, no runs batted in. He's 1 for 3. Here's the first pitch. It's curveball, outside, ball 1. Another curveball, too low, ball 2. Caught the inside corner, strike 1. Strike 2 called on a breaking ball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's the first out of the game. Here is Paul Blair, the center fielder. He is hitting .444. No home runs. He has 1 run batted in. He is 4 for 9. The 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Strikeout number 2 for Tommy John. Here is Dave Johnson. He is hitting .111. He's 1 for 9 with 1 RBI. The 1-2 pitch. Grounder up the middle. Alvarado to his left. Has it. Throws the first 3 outs. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We go to the bottom of the first. It is Baltimore nothing, Chicago coming to bat. Chicago's starting lineup will be Carlos May leading off. He's the first baseman. Batting second to right fielder, Pat Kelly. Batting third to second baseman, Rich McKinney. Batting fourth to third baseman, Bill Melton. Batting fifth to left fielder, Rick Reichart. Batting sixth to center fielder, Jay Johnstone. Batting seventh to catcher, Ed Herman. Batting eighth to shortstop, Luis Alvarado. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Tommy John. On defense, the Orioles have Boog Powell at first, Dave Johnson at second, Mark Belanger at short, Brooks Robinson at third, Merv Rettenman in left, Paul Blair in center, Frank Robinson in right, Andy Etchebarren catching, and on the mound, Jim Palmer. Jim Palmer this season was 19-7 with an ERA of 3.09. Made 34 starts. He pitched 16 complete games. The opposition hit .218 against him. He's a control pitcher who occasionally could be prone to giving up a home run ball. But he has never in his career given up a grand slam. Usually, he seems to be most likely to give up a home run when there's nobody on base. Leading off is Carlos May. He's hitting .250 with no home runs and 1 run batted in. The 1-2 pitch. It's fly ball in the center field. Paul Blair going back near the track, and he's got it. 1 out. Here's Pat Kelly, the right fielder. He's hitting .200. No home runs, no runs batted in. He is 1 for 5 with a double and a run scored. The 2-0 pitch. Grounder into left field, base hit. Rounds first, but he's going to stay there. Here's Rich McKinney. He's hitting .111. No home runs, 1 run batted in. He's 1 for 9. Bill Melton's on deck. There goes Kelly. The throw from Etchebarren. Kelly slides. He's safe. Fastball. Strike 1 called. It's base hit into left field. Kelly rounds third. He'll hold. We have runners at the corners. 1 out. And here's Bill Melton. He's hitting .222. 1 home run, 1 run batted in. He hit a home run in Game 2. He is 2 for 9. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Swing and a miss on a curveball, strike 2. Too low, ball 1. Strike 3. Foul tip, and Etchebarren held on, strike 3. So that's strikeout number 1 for Palmer. 2 outs. Here's Rick Reichert hitting .500. 1 home run, 1 run batted in. He's 3 for 6 in the series. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Curveball in at the knee, strike 2. Low, just inside, ball 1. He just missed out with that one. Reichert hits fly ball in the center field. Blair running to his right, has it. 3 outs. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We've played an inning in Chicago. No score. The middle of the order for the Orioles, it will be Frank Robinson, Boog Powell, and Brooks Robinson. Frank Robinson is hitting .333 with 1 run batted in. He is 2 for 6. He has 1 run scored, and he is grounded into 2 double plays. The 3-2 pitch. Grounder to third. Melton is up with it. Throw to first. Bang, bang play. Robinson's out. As you can see in the picture here, the grass part of the infield has been replaced with artificial turf. players, especially the White Sox, were critical of the fielding surface in Baltimore after a couple days of rain and several recent Baltimore Colts games. They thought that the field was in bad shape, especially the White Sox players. Here is Boog Powell. He's hitting .500. He's 2 for 4 with an RBI and a stolen base. Boog Powell was the American League MVP in 1969, and he was the American League Championship Series MVP in 1969. He has 14 hits in Championship Series play. He has more hits than any other player. Right behind him is Frank Robinson with 12. The 1-0 pitch. Powell, another base hit. Into right field. Here's Brooks Robinson. He's hitting .143 with no home runs and 1 run batted in. He's 1 for 7. He felt really bad yesterday because the White Sox go-ahead run scored on an error of his. And he took it hard, but his teammates weren't having any of it. It seemed like to a man were saying that they wouldn't be as far as they are without him. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Low, ball 1. In a 5-game series, game 3, this game will probably be crucial to either team. They both definitely want to win this because that will mean they need one more win to win the series. We'll be here in Chicago for game 4 and in Chicago for game 5 if that's necessary. High and outside, ball 2. Ball 3, 3 balls, 1 strike. It's a grounder to third. Melton's only play is the first. He throws him out. Melton had to go a long way for that one. So 2 outs. Runner on second. Here's Mark Belanger, who's hitting .125. He is 1 for 8. He has 1 run scored. Andy Etchebarren's on deck. Swing and a miss on a changeup. That was out of the strike zone. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Strike 3. He swung and missed at that one. That was strikeout number 3 for Tommy John. There was no run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second here in Chicago, no score. Jay Johnstone leads off for the White Sox. He's hitting .500 with 1 home run, 1 run batted in. He is 3 for 6. He has 2 runs scored. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball in the center field. Paul Blair going back, and he's got it. 1 out. Here's the catcher, Ed Herman. He's 0 for 3 in the series. He has 1 run scored. The 0-1 pitch. Fly ball in the center. Paul Blair to his right is under it. And he's got it. 2 outs. Here's Luis Alvarado. He's hitting .286. No home runs, 1 run batted in. He is 2 for 7 with a double. Alvarado made 2 errors yesterday. That led to, I believe, 4 unearned runs for the Orioles. But he got a crucial hit in the White Sox ninth inning rally. He made up for the 2 errors. The 0-1 pitch. Fly ball in the left field. Rettman going back at the wall. That's gone. Home run. Home run number 1 in the series for Alvarado. Alvarado didn't hit any home runs in the regular season. It's his first home run of the season. Here's the pitcher, Tommy John. The 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Runner on first, 2 outs. Here is Carlos May, who's 0 for 1. He flied out to Paul Blair in the first inning. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Down and in, ball 1. Above the zone, ball 2. Just a bit low, ball 3. May hits a deep fly ball in the right field. Frank Robinson's going back. It's off the wall. Tommy John rounds third. He'll score. May is in with a stand-up double. It's 2-0 Chicago. Here's Pat Kelly. He's 1 for 1 today. He singled in the first. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Outside, ball 1. It's a grounder to short. Belanger. Oh, it's under his glove. That's Belanger's first error of the series. Here's Rich McKinney, who's 1 for 1 today. He singled in the first. We have 2 outs, runners at the corners. That's across the knee, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Hits a grounder to third. Robinson up with the throw to second. 3 outs. But the White Sox get 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. They left 2 men on base. We played 2 at Comiskey Park. It is Chicago 2, Baltimore nothing. Andy Etchebarren leads off for the Orioles in the third. He is 0 for 4 in the series. The 2-1 pitch. It's fly ball in the left field. Reichert's back at the wall. Gone. Home run, Andy Etchebarren. That cuts the White Sox lead to 2-1. And here's the pitcher, Jim Palmer. The 3-2 pitch. It's a ground ball to short. Alvarado's up with it. The throw to first. 1 out. Here's Merv Rettenman. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning. It's a grounder to short. Alvarado's up with it. The throw to first. 2 outs. And here's Paul Blair. He's hitting .400. He's 4 for 10 in this series. He's 0 for 1 today. He struck out in the first. The 2-2 pitch. Grounder through the left side, base hit. And here's Dave Johnson. He's 0 for 1 today. He grounded to Alvarado in the first inning. Throw to first. They have Blair picked off. May throws to Alvarado. Alvarado tags him out. But the Orioles get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, no one left. We go to the bottom of the third. It is Chicago 2, Baltimore 1 in this Game 3 of the 1971 American League Championship Series. Bill Melton leads off for Chicago. It will be the middle of the order for them. Melton, Reichert, and Johnstone. Melton is 0 for 1 today. He struck out in the first inning. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was out of the strike zone. And now it's Rick Reichert. He's 0 for 1 today. He flied to Paul Blair in the first inning. The 0-2 pitch. Grounder to second. Johnson's up with it. The throw to first. 2 outs. Jay Johnstone, the center fielder, he's 0 for 1 today. He flied out to Paul Blair in the second. The 0-2 pitch. Grounder to second. Johnson's up with it. Throws him out. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. We have played 3 at Comiskey Park. It is Chicago 2, Baltimore 1. Game 3 of the National League Championship Series. Bob Robertson hit a 2-run homer. And the Pirates lead the Dodgers 5-1. That series is tied at 1 apiece right now. For the Orioles in the fourth, it will be Dave Johnson, Frank Robinson, and Boog Powell. Dave Johnson is 0 for 1. He grounded to Alvarado in the first. Changeup. He hits a fly ball in the center field. Johnstone to his left has it. 1 out. Here is Frank Robinson. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to Bill Melton in the second inning. The 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. Runner on first, 1 out, and here's Boog Powell, who is 1 for 1. He singled in the second. He is 3 for 5 in the series. Fouls it back. Strike 1. Powell was bothered with a bad wrist this season. Just off the ground and inside. Ball 1. Powell checks his swing. Ball 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Too high. Ball 3. Full count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's strikeout number 4 for Tommy John. Here's Brooks Robinson. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to Melton in the second. Brooks looks at strike 1. Ball 1. Hits a hard grounder to second. McKinney tosses to Alvarado, and that's 3 outs. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's Chicago 2, Baltimore 1. It'll be the bottom of the order for Chicago in the fourth. Ed Herman, Louis Alvarado, and Tommy John. Ed Herman is 0 for 1. He flied out to Paul Blair in the second inning. The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Here is Louis Alvarado. He's 1 for 1 today. He had a solo home run in the second inning. That was Chicago's first run of the game. Throw to first. Herman's back. Low and outside. Ball 1. Used to love going to the ballpark and watching Jim Palmer pitch with his overhand motion. Strike one called. One ball, one strike. It's in the dirt. That's all the way to the backstop. Herman takes second. They're calling that a wild pitch. Alvarado hits a grounder to second. Johnson's up with it. Throw is low. Powell could not dig it out. Ed Herman scores, and Luis Alvarado is safe at first. Let's watch that one again. That will make it 3-1, Chicago. Here is Herman, barely slowed down, rounding third. So it's 3-1. Chicago, no one out, runner on first. And here's the pitcher, Tommy John. They're playing him the bunt he walked in the second inning. He lays one down. Palmer has it. He only plays at first. He throws to Johnson covering, one out. Alvarado takes second on the sacrifice. Here's Carlos May. He's 1 for 2 today. He flied out to Blair in the first, and he doubled in the second. That scored Tommy John with Chicago's second run of the game. Carlos May had a fabulous season in 1971. It's just below the knees, ball one. Swing and a miss, strike one. The winner of this series will host Game 1 of the World Series on October 9th. This is Tuesday, October 5th, and this World Series is scheduled to start on Saturday, October 9th, in the American League ballpark. Low and away, ball two. It's a liner down the first base line. It's foul. May hits a base hit into left center. Blair came charging in. Alvarado stopped at third. So he runners at the corners. One out. Here's Pat Kelly, who is 1 for 2. He singled in the first, and he was safe on an error in the second. Swing and a miss, strike one. Hits a slow roller to second. Johnson to second for one. Throw to first. Not in time. Alvarado scores. It's 4-1. Two outs. Pat Kelly's on first. Here's Rich McKinney, who's 1 for 2. He singled in the first, and he grounded into a force play in the second. Too high, ball one. Grounder down the third base line. That's foul. It's a bouncer to first. Powell takes it himself. And that's 3 outs. But the White Sox get 2 runs on 1 hit. No errors. They left 2 men on base. We have played 4. It is Chicago 4, Baltimore 1. Just want to double check here. Looks like both of Chicago's runs in the fourth inning are unearned. Top of the fifth, it'll be the bottom of the order for Baltimore. Belanger, Etchebarren, and Palmer. Mark Belanger is 0 for 1 today. He struck out in the second inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Belanger hits a base hit in the right field. And it's Andy Etchebarren. He is 1 for 1 today. He hit a solo home run in the third. Swing and a miss, strike one. Ball one. Let me check here. Etchebarren hit 11 home runs in the regular season. 1-1 pitch, in tight, ball two. Hits a fly ball into center field. Johnstone drifting back. He's got it. 1 out. Here's the pitcher, Jim Palmer. He's 0 for 1 today. He grounded to Alvarado in the third. Playing him in for the bunt. He lays one down. Melton has it. His only plays first. He throws to McKinney covering. 2 outs. And Belanger takes second. Here's Merv Rettenman, who is 0 for 2 today. He struck out in the first and grounded to Alvarado in the third. Outside, ball one. Down and in, ball two. Ball three. Ball four. So there's Paul Blair, who's 1 for 2 today. He singled in the third. Baltimore has 2 outs and runners on first and second. Curveball, ball one. Ball two. Swing and a miss, strike one. It's fly ball down the left field line, but that is hooking foul. Blair hits a base hit in the right field. Belanger rounds third. He'll score. It's 4-2. Redmond stopped at second. Here's Dave Johnson. He's 0 for 2 today. He grounded to Alvarado in the first and flied to Johnstone in the fourth. Outside, nice grab by Herman. Ball one. Just a bit inside, ball two. There's some chin music, ball three. Ball four. And that loads the bases for Frank Robinson. Frank Robinson, he's 0 for 1 today. He grounded to Melton in the second. He walked in the fourth. He's a dangerous hitter in this situation. Missed down and in, ball one. Swing and a miss, strike one. It's a grounder to first. Carlos Mays up with it. He'll take it himself. 3 outs. But the Orioles get 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They left the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's an official game here at Comiskey Park, as Chicago leads Game 3 of the American League Championship Series, 4-2. For the White Sox in the fifth, it will be the middle of the order. Bill Melton, Rick Reichard, and Jay Johnstone. Bill Melton leads off. He's 0 for 2. He struck out in the first, struck out in the third. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. That's his third strikeout today. Third strikeout of the game for Palmer, and each time it has been Bill Melton that struck out. Here's Rick Reichert. He's 0 for 2 today. He flied to Paul Blair in the first and grounded to Dave Johnson in the third. The 3-1 pitch. It's fly ball in the left field. Rettenman back at the wall. That's off the wall. Right around second. He's going for third. He slides. He is safe with a triple. Rickard's having himself a good series. So runner on third, 1 out. And here's Jay Johnstone, who's 0 for 2. He flied to Blair in the second, grounded to Johnson in the third. Orioles are trying to get back the run that Baltimore scored in the top of the fifth. Ed Herman's on deck. Johnson hits fly ball in the left field. Rettenman's going back near the line. He's there. It's out of play. That was in there at the knee. Strike two. Too high. Ball one. It's a line drive right at Powell. 2 outs. And here is Ed Herman, who's 0 for 1. He flied to Blair in the second. He walked in the fourth. It's a hard grounder to first. Powell's up with it. He'll take it himself. 3 outs. No runs. 1 hit. No errors. 1 left. Johnson tripled with 1 out, but wasn't able to come around to score. We have played 5 here in Chicago. And the White Sox lead 4-2. Boog Powell leads off for Baltimore in the 6th. He's 1 for 2 today. He singled in the second and struck out in the 4th. The 0-2 pitch. Fly ball down the right field line. Kelly is after it, but it makes the seats. Powell hits grounder to second, but McKinney boots it. Can't come up with it. That's first error of the game for Chicago, and McKinney's second error of the series. So the Orioles have nobody out, runner on first. Here is Brooks Robinson, who's 0 for 2. He grounded to Melton in the second, and he grounded into a force play in the 4th. Up and in, ball 1. Just off the ground, ball 2. That was in there below the belt, strike 1. It's a hard grounder to third. Melton up with it. To second for 1. To first, double play. 5-4-3 double play. That brings up Mark Belanger. He's 1 for 2 today. He struck out in the second. He singled in the 5th. The 1-0 pitch. He hits a grounder to first. May has it. He'll take it himself. 3 outs. No runs. No hits. 1 error. No one left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is Chicago 4, Baltimore 2 in Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. Chicago has 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They've left 6 men on base. Baltimore has 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. They've left 5 men on base. In the second inning with 2 outs, Luis Alvarado hit a home run. Then Tommy John walked, and Carlos May doubled, and that scored Tommy John. That put the White Sox up 2-0. In the top of the 3rd, Echeverren led off the inning with a solo home run, making it 2-1. Bottom of the fourth, Chicago scored a pair. Herman walked. He took second on a wild pitch. He scored on Dave Johnson's error. Then Tommy John sacrifice bunted Alvarado to second. Carlos May, singled. Lee May is Carlos May's brother. That put runners at the corners, and Alvarado scored when Pat Kelly grounded to second, and the Orioles couldn't turn a double play. That made it 4-1. And then in the fifth inning, Belanger led off with a single. And then with one out, Palmer sacrifice bunted him to second. Rettenman walked. And Paul Blair singled, and that scored Belanger. That made it 4-2. And leading off for Chicago in the sixth, Luis Alvarado, who's 1 for 2. He had a solo home run in the second, and he was safe on an error in the fourth. The 1-2 pitch. Hits fly ball in center field. Paul Blair drifting over has got it. 1 out. Here is Tommy John. He walked in the second, and he had a sacrifice bunt in the fourth. It's fly ball in center field. It's a shallow fly. Blair coming in. Johnson going out. Blair has it. Two outs. And here's Carlos May, who's 2 for 3 today. He flat out to Paul Blair in the first. Then he doubled in the second. That scored Tommy John. And he singled in the fourth, moving Alvarado to third. The 0-2 pitch. Base hit in the right field. That gets all the way into the gap, all the way to the wall. He rounds second. He's in third, slides. He's safe. That's the second triple of the game for Chicago. Here's Pat Kelly. He's 1 for 3. He singled in the fourth. He was safe on an error in the second. And he grounded into a force play in the fourth. That scored Luis Alvarado. Inside, ball 1. That was high, ball 2. Caught the inside part of the plate, strike 1. Curveball, strike 2 call. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pop up, first base side. It's in foul ground. Powell's after it, but that makes the seats. Oh, he got hit in the shoulder. He's barking a little bit at Jim Palmer. So we have runners at the corners, 2 outs. And here's Rich McKinney, who's 1 for 3. He singled in the first. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. In tight, ball 2. Strike 2 called on a changeup. Grounder down the third base line, that's foul. McKinney hits a fly ball in the right field. Frank Robinson drifts over. He's got it. 3 outs. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We played 6. In Chicago, the White Sox lead the Orioles 4-2. In the seventh inning, Andy Etchebarren leads off for Baltimore. He is 1 for 2 today. He hit a solo home run in the third. Fly it out to left. It's fly ball in the left field. Right guard on the track. He's got it. 1 out. Here's Jim Palmer. He's 0 for 1 today. He grounded to Alvarado in the third, and he had a sacrifice bunt in the fifth. The 1-2 pitch. Palmer hits a base hit in the left field. That'll bring up Merv Rettenman, who's 0 for 2. Rettenman represents the tying run. He struck out the first. He grounded to Alvarado in the third. He walked in the fifth. Herman going out to talk to Tommy John. Strike 1 called. Breaking ball up and tight. Ball 1. Final score in Pittsburgh. Pirates beat the Dodgers 7-3. They take a 2-1 lead in the National League Championship Series. Missed down and in, ball 3. Ball 4. Rettenman walks. That puts the tying run at first. With 1 out, runners on first and second. Here's Paul Blair, who is 2 for 3 today. He struck out in the first. He singled in the third, and he singled in the fifth, and that scored Mark Belanger. He's 6 for 12 in the series. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Change-up, ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. High and outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Way outside, ball 3. Full count. Grounder up the middle. McKinney has it. Steps on first. Or steps on second. The throw to first. Not in time. Paul Blair beat the throw. Palmer moves to third. Here comes Chuck Tanner. That'll be all for Tommy John. Vicente Romo coming to pitch for Chicago. He's making his first appearance in this series. He's one of the few big leaguers to come out of the Mexican League. He had a record of 8-6 this season with a 3.12 ERA. He had 2 saves. Against Baltimore, he is 0-1 with a 3.68 ERA. So we have runners on the corners, 2 outs. And here's Dave Johnson, who's 0 for 2. He represents the go-ahead run. He grounded to Alvarado in the first. He flied out to Johnstone in the fourth. And he walked in the fifth. Right down the middle, strike 1. Curveball, Johnson fouls it back. Johnson hits a base hit in center field. Palmer scores. Blair around second. He'll take third. It's 4-3. And here's Frank Robinson. He's 0 for 2. Grounded to Melton in the second. He walked in the fourth, and he grounded to May in the fifth. Just outside, ball 1. High and outside, ball 2. He's got the inside corner, strike 1. Liner down the first base line, that's foul. Strike 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. way inside, ball 3. Liner down the third base line. That's foul. Full count. He hits a fly ball in the left field. Right guard is there, and he's got it. 3 outs. Baltimore gets 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is Chicago 4, Baltimore 3. Bill Melton leads off for the White Sox. It'll be the middle of the order for them. Melton is 0 for 3 today, and he has struck out 3 times. The 0-1 pitch. Grounder to second. Johnson tosses to Palmer, covering first. 1 out. Here's Rick Reichert. He's 1 for 3. He tripled in the 5th. The 0-1 pitch. Grounder up the middle. Belanger to his left has it. Throws him out. 2 outs. And here is J. John Stone. He's 0 for 3. He flied to Blair in the 2nd, grounded to Johnson in the 3rd, and lined to Powell in the 5th. The 1-0 pitch. Bouncer to 2nd. Johnson boots it. That is Dave Johnson's 2nd error of the game. And that'll bring up Ed Herman, who is 0 for 2. He walked in the 4th. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball 1. Grounder right back to the box. Palmer has it, throws him out. 3 outs. White Sox get no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We played 7 in Chicago. The White Sox lead the Orioles in Game 3. They lead 4-3. Boog Powell leads off for Baltimore against Vicente Romo. Powell is 1 for 3 today. He singled back in the 2nd inning. He struck out in the 4th, and he was safe on an error in the 6th. The 1-2 pitch. Powell hits fly ball into right field. Kelly's there, and he's got it. 1 out. Here is Brooks Robinson. He's 0 for 3 today. He grounded to Melton in the 2nd. Grounded into a force play in the 4th. And hit into a double play in the 6th. The 1-2 pitch. It's a liner into left field. Reichert's there and has it. 2 outs. Reichert had him played perfectly. Here's Mark Belanger, who's 1 for 3. He singled in the 5th. The 2-2 pitch. Hits fly ball in the left field. Reichert's coming in. He's there, and he's got it. 3 outs. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing across for Baltimore in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is Chicago 4, Baltimore 3. Coming in to pitch for Baltimore in the 8th is Pete Rickard. Rickard was 3-1 with 2 saves this year with a 3.86 earned run average. in Chicago, he had no wins, no losses, and an ERA of 9.00. Luis Alvarado leads off for Chicago in the bottom of the eighth. He's 1 for 3. He had a solo home run in the second. He was safe on an error in the fourth. And he flied to Paul Blair in the sixth. He scored 2 runs today. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. 1 out. Pinch hitting for Romo is Rich Morales. Morales is 0 for 2 in the series. He made pinch hitting appearances in both games 1 and 2. He's looking for his first hit of the series. The 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. And they're going to send out Lee, B.B. Richard, the pinch run. He had a crucial pinch hit, base hit in the White Sox 4-run rally yesterday. Here's Carlos May. He is 3 for 4. He flied out to Paul Blair in the first. He doubled in the second. That scored Tommy John. He singled in the fourth and tripled in the sixth. He needs a home run for the cycle. Swing and a miss, strike 1. There goes Richard. The throw from Echeverria. He's out. That was high, ball 1. May hits fly ball into shallow right field. Frank Robinson coming in, but that's out of play. May hits a base hit in center field. That's his 4th hit of the game. And here's Pat Kelly, who's 1 for 3. He singled in the 4th. He was safe on an error in the second. He grounded into a forced play in the 4th. That scored Alvarado. With Chicago's 4th run. And he was hit by a pitch in the 6th. Oh, they're calling him back. And Walt Williams will pinch hit. Walt Williams is 0 for 4 in the series. They're going for the lefty-righty matchup. High and outside, ball 1. Fly ball down the left field line, but that is hooking foul. Too low, ball 2. Fouls it back. Echeverria's after it, but it's out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fly ball down the left field line, but that's foul. Looking ahead to Baltimore in the 9th, it will be Echeverria, the pitcher spot, and Rettenman. Outside, ball 3, full count, 2 outs. Hard grounder to first, but Powell has it. He'll take it himself. 3 outs, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We have played 8 innings here in Chicago. Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. Chicago leads 4-3. Mike Hirschberger will come into play right field for Chicago. And Bart Johnson will come in to pitch. He's made one appearance in the series. He pitched one inning. That was in game 2, and he got the save. Pitched one inning, he walked 2, and he struck out 2. Andy Etchebarren leads off. He is 1 for 3 today. He hit a solo home run in the 3rd. The 1-0 pitch. Shallow fly ball in the left field. Alvarado going back, Reichert coming in. Reichert dives, and he's got it. One out. Great play by Rick Reichert. Let's see. Pinch hitting for Rickert will be Tom Chopay. Nope. They're calling him back. It'll be Don Buford. Don Buford, the American League MVP in 1970. In yesterday's game, he was 2 for 3. Scored 2 runs. He drove in 2. He walked 1. He hit a home run. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball. Fly ball in the right field. Hirschberger going back. He's at the wall, and he's got it. 2 outs. Here's Merv Rettenman. Orioles are down to their last out. Rettenman is 0 for 2. Struck on the 1st, grounded out to Alvarado in the 3rd, walked in the 5th, and walked in the 7th. The 1-2 pitch. Grounder to first. May has it. He'll take it himself. That's the ball game. Chicago wins 4-3. They take a 2-1 lead in the series. Chicago was 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Baltimore had 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. Tommy John gets the win. He is 1-0 in this series, and Bart Johnson gets the save. Jim Palmer takes the loss. Palmer had a good game, actually. He pitched 7 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, but only 2 of those were earned. Had some unusually shaky defense behind him. Orioles usually are much better on defense than they were today. Palmer walked 2. He struck out 3. Bill Melton was the 3 strikeouts. Pete Rickard, in an inning of relief, pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit. He walked 1. He struck out 1. Tommy John for Chicago went 6 2/3. He gave up 6 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. He gave up 1 home run. He walked 4. He struck out 4. In an inning in the 3rd, Romo gave up 1 hit. And in an inning pitched, Johnson faced 3 men and got them all out. Carlos May went 4 for 5 with a triple and a double. Luis Alvarado went 1 for 4 with a home run. Andy Etchebarren went 1 for 4 with a home run for Baltimore. Paul Blair got 2 hits. Star of the game is Carlos May. So tomorrow will be game 4 in Chicago, a critical game 4, where Chicago is 1 win away from going to the World Series. And Baltimore has to win two in a row at Comiskey Park if they want to go to the World Series. Dave McNally will be starting for Baltimore. And Chicago will probably be either Wilbur Wood or Bart Johnson. Let's see. Time of this game was 2 hours and 49 minutes. So once again, Game 3 of the American League Championship Series, Chicago 4, Baltimore 3. Chicago takes a 2 wins to 1 loss lead in the series. Hope you enjoyed this. This was another exciting postseason game here on WJST. Parma, Norwich, Tuscaloosa, and Utah. It's been an exciting series so far between Baltimore and Chicago. Hope you enjoyed this game. I know I enjoyed playing it. And thank you for watching.